the less bodies you have on you, the more viable of a wife you are. You know, I think she's kind of talking more to like the mental aspect of it, right? Like the female aspect, like what she's thinking in her head, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, but all right. Before we even get there,
All right.
do you feel like body count of a woman increases or decreases their value?
Yes, the higher the body count, the less likely you are to be wifey material, and marriage material. Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like that. Yeah, yeah. I feel like as a man, it's almost like your social. It's almost like your social credit report. You know what I mean? Like your credit line. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You've given your body to so many men. You've made so many bad decisions. Even if you say it's a good decision, I feel like you just gave it away. And it kind of decreases your odds of finding a good man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So she said, like, okay, somebody that's actually married, right? 5.
Right.
You feel like 5 is a high body count?
I think 5 is the sweet spot. I feel like we would all like to imagine our wives have 5. I think 5 is a stomachable number.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you think that's realistic, though?
Yes. I live in La La Land, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
You okay.
I mean, nowadays, I don't think it's realistic because of society has kind of like made it more made it more acceptable for women to be more promiscuous. But honestly, like, I hate to do this. Back in our day, 5 was the sweet spot. Five is a perfect number.
I don't know if that's even
Not
the
that we
case.
would ever ask, like I don't think I've ever asked a woman her body count, but I feel like you could feel her body count.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but the reason why I feel like it's unrealistic because even back when we were in the dating phase, right? You got to understand that the average age that a woman starts to become sexually active is about 15 and a half. Let's say 16 years old.
Spooky.
Right?
Girl, that's
and also the average age that a woman gets married is 28.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So technically they're going to be sexually active for 12 years, right? And if we just use, I guess you could say, somewhat conservative numbers, right?
All right.
And the only number that we pretty much have in the air at this point, the last person to really speak about it was like a Steve Harvey, right? Where he implemented the 90-day rule to females, right? So realistically, that's saying that most females are probably going to have 2 to maybe 3 sexual partners in a year. And let's just curve the number for possibilities of long-term relationships, getting out of a relationship, time to get into a new relationship, and you give them that 90-day rule also. Most women are gonna be above 5 sexual partners.
If a young woman's goal is to get married and to preserve herself for her husband, she can keep it below 5 easily. Yeah, you're going to have your little slip-ups, but you're going to have your relationships, and you're not just going to give it up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If that's your goal. Now, if you're feeding into the narrative that we're feeding our women today with the hypersexualization of everything like that, you'll surpass that in the summer. You could pass, that's a Miami weekend for some chicks. You know what I'm saying? But they aren't wifey material. You can't wife those. You know what I mean?